What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Vampy Book Club. You guys know what this is. You guys know how we do this. You know, I can't get this show on the road. Let's see who I got today. We got Triple B. And let's see if we got our other partner in crime, Dollar Dale. We got it.
What
And
Love it.
What up, everybody?
What y'all?
So we're well, we took a little hiatus, guys, from last week for Father's Day for everybody that got family and stuff, got dads, Father's Day. I hope B had a good Father's Day.
Had a really good Father's Day. I smoked a pork shoulder, 11 pounds for 10 hours.
Okay, that's a pretty good Father's Day. And then
he had the meat.
We have the meat.
Yep. And then we're getting into issue 54. And then it's another Inrich cover. So let me show you guys the
I
book.
was wondering the cover artist.
Yeah, Inrich. Yeah. Dude, it's mostly Inrich Torres and St. Julian in between them two. Yeah, and every once in a while somebody different. But yeah, Inrich Torres. And then we get some more, it's the same, probably using the same model that he normally uses. You know what I mean? So yeah, same model that he normally uses. And it was her birthday this Wednesday, I think Wednesday or Thursday was the model's birthday. I forget how old she turns, but she's eternal because she's vampy,
Yeah.
But so it was her this week was her birthday past, and then we get some Jose Gonzalez stuff in this one. We get multiple stories in this one. Yeah,
it's like a full magazine, full featured movie here, pretty much is what it is.
Yeah, well, they were trying something really ambitious at the time. If you can't tell, they were. All three of us read it, and they were trying something really freaking ambitious. Let's just say that.
Yeah, normally we get like maybe 14, 15 pages story.
We got 40 something pages. I think.
We got almost 50 pages. 50.
Yeah. So and then you know how I do. I went on Heritage Auctions. So B had guessed right for one of them. There was two versions of this. There was a pencil sketch that he did, and then there was the original painting he did. So B was right about about one of them. You want to take a guess if you were right about the painting or you were right about the the pencil sketch?
Maybe I would say the pencils.
Yeah. So you were right about the pencils because the pencils were about 1,000. So
1322.
Yeah. So 2003, but you guys want to guess what the painting sold for? It sold in 2024.
10 grand.
Wow, I don't know.
Well, I posted the I put numbers up. So
30 grand.
I put numbers up, but not a lot of people voted. So
it was 66. Okay,
yeah.
I was like, wow, that was a high number because I remember seeing that one, and it's like,
yeah.
And that's what you get for from 2003 and with the pencils, but this one's in 2024. So
right, the actual painting.
Inflation.
This was the actual painting.
That's great. So, that's a great image.
Yeah, that's the actual paint. This was the actual painting, and then this was the pencil sketch that he did. I'm guessing it was the pencil sketch was before, and then the one was, then before he went to paint on the Bristol board or whatever he painted on. But I mean, price wise, it's up there. I think it's one of his highest. One of his highest or second to his one of his highest paintings that he sold so far, that I believe. But I have to look up all his paintings again and see if this is one of the higher ones or if it's But it's gonna be some a little more research. But
yeah, I tried to look looked this up on mycomicshop.com. It's not available, but it's available on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple. I mean, the actual book. We're not talking about the paintings or anything like that.
Right.
The actual book's like $20 for fine right now.
Yeah, it's not bad.
They got a 9.6 CGC slab, $300.
Yeah, well, because if you think about it, this could be a origin for her new serum. If you think about it, because they do mention it, so that's probably why it's expensive. But another great pinup, Gonzalez pinup.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think the color's a little bit off on the face a little bit, but overall, it was really good. Jose art cover, right, or pinup. It's not the cover, but it's like the precursor or whatever, like getting ready to jump into this story right here. Right. And I love Alice used this on there. Hey, I'm Vampirella, come into my world. Right.
And then now we get, into our movie mode or our 3-story mode. And we meet Paul Daltrey. I always mess this dude's name.
Daltrey, yeah.
Daltrey, or Bill. It's like King of the Hill, Bill Daltrey. That's what I kept on reminding me of. But yeah, so we get into some shenanigans with Vampirella and some something about the serum again. But this time it's not like she forgot it. It's this time she built immunity to a serum.
Yeah, because you take a drug so many times, like what for her it's the blood. You're gonna start getting a high tolerance for it, so it's not gonna work no more because you're gonna have to start getting a higher doses. And we come to find out here in the story shortly that what happens to her when her blood substitute doesn't work anymore.
Right, blood substitute don't work no more, and our Pendragon people are Pendragons come to.
Yeah, we got Conrad, we got Adam Van Hels, we got our guys, we got our crew here. We got everyone right there.
The mod squad.
You know what that guy reminds me of? You ever see the movie The Warriors?
Yeah.
Looks like the movie poster.
Oh yeah. That's probably where the idea came from anyway.
It might be an homage to it for sure.
Yeah. It might be a homage to the Warriors. So that could be another, thing. homage in something. But it's kind of funny, man. It's honestly we get we get her lineup or her crew pretty much. In the whole story, we get into some shenanigans with the what is it, the music, the death of
the day the music died, and it's just like an homage to that song too,
right? So,
and that's what what we got, is it Jerry Boudreau?
Yeah, so him and the other one, Bill Dubé, those two are gonna be. So if we see those two names in the book, it means there's more than one story in the book. So now for now on, when we see Bill Dubé or this guy, it's gonna be more than one story. Because they're always trying something new. These two guys are always trying something new in these later issues.
Yeah, it's a very ambitious book right here. And what I wanted to bring it up because I thought that since there was 3 stories in it, I'm like, oh, this might be a good book to try to go and purchase because it's pretty much all Vampirella in this whole magazine style. So and Mayo's writing this one, and I think he wrote all 3 stories as well.
Yeah. And then we get art by Gonzalo Mayo, and
art. Yeah, I meant
we had help from Jose supposedly. What I've looked up on the issue. So Jose had some help. Jose helped him out a little bit. Because you know how Jose is. If Jose doesn't want to do it, Jose's not going to do it.
Like the ghost artist, right? The help get some ghost artists, and maybe he's a ghost artist in this one.
Right. Supposedly, Jose helped out in a couple of pages.
I can see that because there's some portraits here and there. I'm like, that kind of looks like Jose right there.
So that could be it. That could be Jose there. Like all the portrait ones that we see could be all Jose, because Jose loves doing portraits, but he hates doing backgrounds, and and he hates doing guys because all his guys look alike.
Exactly.
All his old guys, especially.
Yeah, it's the Clark Kent Superman effect. Let's put glasses on him. There you go. He's different.
Right. Yeah, but we get into introducing, Bill, Paul Daughtry or whatever.
Daughtry, yeah.
Yeah. But it felt like, like you said, it felt like, the Grindhouse movies. And then it felt like almost like Mortal Kombat type thing where you're introduced to these characters like they're, they're things. And I'm like, I thought that was kind of funny. I'm like,
It totally feels like a Grindhouse film where like they just cut scene and now you get like the person's name up right here and this is their narrated. This is what they're seeing through their eyes and they're talking about what's going on. But I do dig Vampy rocking some Daisy Dukes.
It's something different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
But one thing that drove me nuts about this issue was trying to keep my attention. That drove me crazy. Trying to keep like certain parts, trying to keep my attention. I'm trying to read all the way through. I'm like, fuck, why am I getting bored? I don't know. I didn't understand it, but because the way they wrote it, the way they I guess they wrote it or whatever. So it drove me crazy. I'm like, I'm trying to read it. I'm like, damn. I'm like, why is my attention span not kept? So that was my issue with it, was like me reading through it, and I'm like, I was struggling to get through it. Did you feel like it?
For me, not really. I understand where you're getting because there was so much going on.
Right.
But by the time I got to the end of it, then I understood the whole story because it is a long story. There's pretty much 3 chapters here, 3 stories going on, but they all like come together. It's like one big story. So like, if you're not prepared for, I got to read 50 pages pretty much compared to only reading like 14 pages.
Right.
So I was really surprised that they could have easily pushed this thing out for 3 months, 3 separate issues and made a continuation. For them to go ahead and put it all in one book, I mean, I give them applause for it, but I'm surprised they didn't try to stretch it out.
Right. I thought it was super freaking, like you said, super ambitious, because I'm like, when I read it, I'm like, they could have just put it in 3 different 3 different issues, and it would have been the same. It would have been because that's what they did with the drug issue. They didn't try to force all the whole drug, the drug. I'm like, now they're being really ambitious, or they just figured out, Vampy sells really well. Maybe we should just do all Vampy stories.
Or they needed to fill the real estate of the book, all the pages, and they didn't have any other stories because of, we know that, Warren went through, money issues and stuff like that. So maybe that's all they had. So they're like, well, we don't have any other stories to put in it. Let's put all 3 of them in it.
Right. So, well, I mean, we're just guessing on that part, but we don't
speculation.
Right. We don't know.
I'm glad that we're both kind of thinking the same way, because that's what I was thinking. Like, why did they do it all in one issue?
Right.
So the fans of this is probably like, we have questions. We have questions about this book,
Yeah. But but the one thing that drove me nuts was, like you said, I wasn't prepared. I expected, one or two stories, and then I saw 3. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, I'm trying to get through it. I'm like, I'm struggling. But
I'm really glad that all 3 stories went as one, though. You know what I mean? It could have been different if they were all just like, one shots here and 3 different stories, but all 3 of them connected and made one big final, big story.
But when I finally got to the end, I'm like, okay, I get it now. But it was a freaking struggle. When
I was reading the 3rd part of it, I was like, wait, I started like forgetting, like it kind of got confusing, like you're like hard to follow, like who's this character again? What was but then like, because I really got lost with the blood ball, whatever, the crystal ball that's all full of blood.
You mean how Dell like to call it, the blue the altercation of the blue ball.
Red balls.
Yeah.
You're getting blue balls, you get red balls over here.
Yeah. So I thought it was interesting. I mean, honestly, but like I said, I'm a fan, but so they were, like I said, they were being ambitious, and if you're not ready for it, you're good. It's gonna be a little bit of a mission to get through it. But as soon as you get to like the final story, you're like, oh, it makes sense now why they did that way. But it drove me crazy. I'm like, I'm trying to pick because it's the way they have it set up where it's one character, this is this character, this is Van Helsing, this is this Vampy, and I think that's what drove me crazy was that how
then we get like detectives and cops in here, and then another like guy that broke out of prison, and like it's like I said, it's really Grindhouse-ish. I think like Rob Zombie should like make this this issue as a movie, and I think Rob Zombie would crush it on this one because it kind of can give that dirtiness, in it. And,
the only thing, the only issue I had with it was the way this thing was set up, the way the format.
Yeah, that was something that I've never seen before, like the format, like dialogues right here. You're going to see that throughout the whole issue, where it's like this, and it gives you like maybe it's a chapter, maybe that's what it's supposed to be,
But that's what I've looked up and researched it. Yeah, I think that's what the writer was trying to do was like book style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it drove me crazy because we're used to reading it comic book style. So it was a little tedious for me.
Yeah, a different format than we're used to. So it kind of like, kind of out of left field right here. But honestly, I think it worked. I mean, after reading it all, I enjoyed it, and I'm like, okay, I get what he was doing and what the writer was trying to attempt, and the artist. And
I mean, I've read it more than once, and all three times, it was a mission to get towards the middle, towards the blue. Damn it! Now I'm calling it the blue ball story. The
crystal red ball.
The crystal red ball story. Yeah. I was struggling like maybe like halfway through that. Every time I like halfway through that one, I'm struggling. I'm like, oh man. I'm like every time, like all three times, it's always the middle story it wasn't too bad. I think it was the middle, some of the middle, and some of this part, some of this story, and then some of the other one drove me crazy. Like certain parts were pulling me out. So it was just me. I don't know why it was pulling me out, but but every time I read it, I'm like, dude, why is it pulling me out? I'm like, it's not. I mean, it's 100 and something issues. Of course, I'm gonna have not favorite. All of us are not gonna have favorite issues. Yeah, you know what I mean. Of course, there's gonna be some.
This thing, there's a lot of dialogue in it and like narration. Like if you see up here on top, all the black and white is narrating, and it's like that person telling you what's going on, and then it will switch. Like one time, Vampy's telling you what's going on. Next time, Adam's telling you what's going on. Conrad is telling you what's going on. Pendragon's telling you what's going on. And you get a cop, a detective. And like, so there's so many characters in this one. And like, we'll even lose we'll have a bunch of pages where Vampirella is nowhere even to be found. And like, so you're reading about somebody else. And it's just like, wait, this is supposed to be Vampirella, but it's a big freaking story. And like I said, the ambition in this is like, almost like Jeff was saying, like it's almost a chapters in a novel is what they're trying to give you. And I don't know. I think it worked, it worked, but it's something a little bit different.
Yeah, it worked. It was something different, but a couple of us enjoyed it, and a couple of us, I enjoyed it finally when I understood it, but reading it at the time, I'm like,
I guess even in the first part of this story, it's like, there's some guy, he's working at a record store or something, and he really admires Vampirella, and he like starts following them around. He like follows them to a movie theater, and he follows them to their hotel room, finds out where they're staying. So you get like it's kind of like we
call them nowadays stalkers.
Yeah, a stalker in here. Yeah, he's like, oh my god, I want this girl so bad. Like, who wouldn't?
Or we call them hardcore Vampirella fans.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was kind of thinking too when I was reading. I'm like, well, maybe if I saw Vampirella, she was real, and I saw her, maybe I might want to follow her and see if I can get to know her, because like Yeah, and I love the bat tattoos that they put on her on this one as well.
Yeah.
They kept it real.
Yeah, it's you know what I mean. If it's from the SI, you know, if it's from the SI guys, of course we're gonna see the bat. But if it's and if it's from Mike Royer and all them, the guys from here too, they do kind of do the bat because in the second issue they put the bat in there too. So the whole the whole thing is what this bat is. They did it on purpose to see if Joseph Tutain would actually put notice and actually pull it out. And he never noticed it, and they just left them in.
That's
left
so
that
weird.
little bad
Yeah. It's there too. I love it. I like in this issue too how Conrad Van Helsing, he's kind of second guessing because like I guess his mission was like he found out who Vampirella was, like, oh, I gotta slay her, I gotta kill her, and then
my favorite line is right in this last panel here where he's drinking with Pendragon. He goes, what about if her and Adam have a kid? Am I gonna have to?
It's gonna be, what if it's half vampire and like, oh, what am I gonna do?
This could be another Blade.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Could be a vampire. Yep. Yeah. See, this is my thing: is why did they use Dracula and not use Adam in the new issue? It would be nice to have Adam and her this, you know, come to fruition instead of Dracula and her. I'm like, okay, I understand, but maybe have her have another kid, you know, find out she has another kid out there of it's Adams, you know, or something like that, or know.
Because as of reading all these issues up till now, it's like it's Adam Van Helsing is her dude, you know, you know,
and it's a little weird. It's a little weird if you go jumping from here to the new issues. You're like, it don't make sense of why they would put Dracula and her together. You know what I mean? Yeah. And because Dracula, if you read these old issues, they're from the same planet, but they became enemies, and then they became allies, and then you know all this other stuff. So because it was more of humanity type thing, it would have been Adam and her. It would be interesting. That would be a more interesting dynamic than two Draculonians. You know what I mean?
You know, that'll be kind of an interesting idea to have, let's say, Adam Van Helsing and Vampirella have a kid, and it happens to be around the same time that Blade is born, and do like a crossover story. Where their little child, the Vampirella's kid, happens to be half human, half Draculonian vampire, and call it the vampire version of Ebony and Ivory.
That would be funny. I mean, that might be a storyline that they're gonna do eventually, you know, or maybe me and B do some fan writing, and Nick can okay it if he wants.
Team up with Dynamite teams up with Marvel to do a crossover.
Yeah. Or
they teamed up with DC to do, and they put Vampy in a Superman book or whatever what it was, or
DC KO book.
The KO, yeah.
I read it. I'm like,
and well, Dynamite has some Disney stuff, so that and everybody knows now that Disney owns Marvel, has owned Marvel for some time. So
gateway there to them. They maybe doing something.
Yeah,
I just think
that would be cool.
Dynamite's doing crazy stuff with all their nostalgia cartoon. I seen this on the previews magazine for Dynamite. They're doing they did DuckTales, but they're doing like what the Spin Tales or what all those freaking cartoons they did.
Yeah.
It's just they're really banking on that, and I think that's why Dynamite is really like hitting it hard because they're doing all the cartoon kid art when we were kids. But like gargoyles and
everything.
Everything. And I kind of wish, but when I go and read Dynamite books or what I purchase the Vampirella books always. Even their one shots that are coming out, and then Red Sonja, I've been like picking up all the Red Sonja books.
And then so we, and then the one thing is, I don't think Conan and her has crossed over yet. Her and Red Sonja's crossed over plenty of times, it would be nice to see her cross over with Conan.
Yeah, I think IDW, is it IDW that has
No. Titan has
Titan has Conan. Okay.
Yeah, Titan has Conan now, but it would be kind of cool if Nick can actually get a hold of them and go, "Hey, we want to use them for something."
I don't know. It's got to be over there somewhere. But they do have a new Vampirella versus Red Sonja, the Sun City, I think it's called, or something like that. It's only a one shot. That you can pre-order. It's gonna come out here in a couple months.
And then we have Witchblade too. Then we got Vampy and Witchblade again from the 90s.
Yeah, I think it was maybe you who were telling me about that. Is it gonna be? I don't think Dynamite's producing that though.
No, yeah, Dynamite's I think it's Dynamite doing it. Yeah, I saw Dynamite cover, so I'm assuming Dynamite's Dynamite and Top Cow together.
Okay,
but it's a
Image.
little
yeah, that's right. Top Cow Image, because they Image bought Top Cow, or they own the license to them.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a little bit. I think it's gonna be maybe October, I think, or something like that. Yeah, I seen covers of it.
Yeah, okay, probably in the next previews.
Right.
Order, like my pre-order that I do, because I have to order books 3 months in advance. So maybe in the next preview magazine, I'll be able to.
Yeah, you'll be able to see some.
I'll see it. I'll look for it for sure.
Yeah, you'll see it. And then so we get back into it when now we get introduced to Adam once again.
Yeah, see, this is what we're talking about now. It's Adam's turn to talk. We've had Paul Daughtry, we had Conrad. Let's see where we got. Oh, dude, I might have scrolled down too far. Oh, yeah, I scrolled down a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Because we get the blood ball next.
Right.
We get introduced to this.
Yeah. So we get Adam, and then what makes me laugh is Vampy's finally wearing pants for the first time in many issues.
Yeah.
She never wears pants. So it's kind of funny that she's wearing Daisy Dukes now. So it's kind of funny. So this could be a key that the Vampy wears pants for the first time.
Yeah.
That's just me being jokey and being funny, but it could be a key too because of the new introduction to her new version of the serum. So that could be a key for her serum, but that's mostly it. But and then the other version of this is a new writing style would be another version for a key. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to keep going on with this type of writing style that they're doing.
I don't think so. I looked ahead. I don't think so, but because it was maybe a little too ambitious, and maybe people wrote it. I should read the next letters pages and see if people liked it or not. Because I'm curious, because it was a little hard for me to pay attention. Not pay attention, but it was a little hard for me to get through it. So I'm curious what other people thought back then. So I'm probably go back and read some letters pages for next week's issue. And the next couple of weeks coming up to see if any of those people were not fans, but so now we get into the blood ball, or Dale likes to call it the blue ball.
The red blue ball.
Yeah.
Well, so what Conrad Van Helsing's like, oh, I have this old friend that said if I'm ever in the neighborhood, come meet up with him again. And so that's where they do. And he's like a collector of odysseys, odd items.
Right.
He's like, look what I just found. And he tells you a story about this blood ball. And apparently
that's what was driving me nuts was because it was these guys. And then it jumped to, that's what drove me crazy was it jumped from another story. And I'm like scratching my head. I'm like, am I in the same place or am I in a different story? I think that's what drove me crazy was it kept on, like you said, different characters.
Yeah. And it jumps into this character here, and they're talking about gypsies. I can't.
Right.
I read it earlier. Something about
cursing this ball. Or
because I remember now. Like this guy goes sees a gypsy. This is like in the past, and like he says the gypsy reads his fortune telling, and it's like you're not going to be good. Something bad's going to happen to you, or you're a bad person. And he didn't like what the gypsy said. So he took that crystal ball and killed the gypsy with it.
Yeah.
And then he kept that red ball, crystal ball, that a gypsy would use for fortune telling.
But and it's stained. Well, it's stained. Or what it said. Or it's stained red. Before, under her breath, she cursed that ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there under her breath,
you can see all the pictures. I mean, just look at the pictures up here on screen. Exactly what Jeff said. You can see this. Kills him. Now there's a stain, and now she's going to put a curse on it.
And the only reason I even know this is because I read it 3 times, and then and if it wasn't for B reminding me that, like I said, it clicks. That's why we make a good team, because you tell me something and oh yeah, I remember.
I know. So same with you. You'll say something and I remember it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what happened. So he ends up getting hanged, and then that crystal ball is cursed. So whoever gets it, something about, we'll get to it because it goes more into it, like the ball reappears.
It's pretty much whoever gets a hold of this ball, all that evil is held in this ball. So
if you hold it and you have evil in you, then you get cursed by it, and then something bad is going to happen to you or someone around you.
Right. Now we get into
that's where Vampy right here holds the ball right here and grabs it, and it's like they don't believe her. They don't believe that the curse is real, but right when Vampy grabs it, she's like, oh shit,
But the story behind the ball is that if the person that holds the ball and starts bleeding, then there's something like somebody close to the person that's holding a ball, like something happens to them, like it die or something like that. Yeah, so it's from like the word bubble on the top panel here.
Yeah.
Saying that like whoever is holding a ball and the ball starts to bleed, it like something bad happens to the person that's holding it, or somebody that's close to the person that's holding it.
Well, yeah. So don't forget something does later on, since Vampy's holding it, and who's close to Vampy?
Good old Adam.
Yeah, good old Adam. So after that, like I said, that's why us 3 make a good team, because Dale brings it up, and now I remember. Now I understand. Now we understand why that happened to Adam, because see, that's why I like it when us 3 talk about it, because when it's just me reading it, I'm like, dude, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. And then when we talk about it, I get it now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it drives me crazy when you're reading it by yourself. You're like, I kind of get it, but I'm not sure if I get it. But let's see, when me, B, and Del talk about it, maybe I get it a little more better. So it does work. So that's why we make a good team. I'm like, oh man, yeah. So we get into more. Now we get into Conrad after we go back to Paul Dotree, or I'm just gonna call him Bill Dotree from. It would be crazy. So the Dotree guy, or the singer, or the owner of the record store, or whoever he is, because
the stalker is the stalker,
or the infatuator, the stalker of Vampirella, and then we get into talking to Conrad talking about some more stuff, some more shenanigans. I can't help you. I can't strengthen your blood serum or whatever on this part. This is the part where I can I can increase your dosage of the blood serum, and then let's just say he doesn't even test it on, because he had nobody else to test it on. So the only way to test it was to shoot it in her and hope for the best. Pretty much that's what happened. Shot it in her and goes, hope for the best. So like we said, so it could. This middle panel could be Gonzalez.
That's what I was about to say. I think that's definitely Gonzalez.
Yeah, because if you look at the side ones, they're not as Gonzalez, centric, because that looks like a Gonzalez. I wouldn't mind seeing it as even as on a shirt, like the middle panel as a shirt, or a car, like a 3D card almost.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind seeing it as a 3D card or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Nice poster or something like that too. Nice.
Yeah. Like a 3D card, like make it lenticular on the back, and then make Vampy pop out of it. You know what I mean? like a foil in the back.
Yeah, foil metal card or something like that. Even like put this thing on a cover. Shit, why not? You know?
Yeah. It'd be a nice, But yeah, now we get into talking about Vampy talking. Hey, look, she's not wearing pants anymore again.
In the hotel room, she took them off.
Yeah, I think she's she's still wearing her Daisy Dukes. You know what? I honestly wouldn't mind seeing her and Daisy Dukes again now. It'd be kind of funny to just the homage it. I just think it's funny because it's like, now she doesn't got her damn Daisy Dukes. Whole issue she has Daisy Dukes on. But by the time we get to her, her character, I call them character cards. By the time we get to her character card, it's like, where's your pants? we have pants on her all the way through until now. Until we get to her character,
Like I said, she's up in her hotel room, so it's okay to take them off, right?
And plus, she's with Adam, so I don't need my pants.
There's even like, scroll to the next page where you can see her like almost like pulling down her bikini right there. Look at that! Oh, that's sexy! Wow. Right.
So I thought it was funny, and then we get into Pendragon, but we get Pendragon's full name. We get Pendragon. What is it? Mordecai. I forgot his first name was Mordecai. I'm like Mordecai. I'm like, when the hell did we get? Oh yeah, and in issue 11 we get his full name because he introduces himself to her. It goes, "Hi, my name's Mordecai." Mordecai. I forgot what the middle name is, but it's Mordecai something, and then it's Pendragon. I'm like, Mordecai. I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah, that got past me. I must have skipped that part. I didn't skip it, but I just so much reading I can't remember. But Mordecai.
No. Plus, it's all in that little text.
Yeah.
It says this is Mordecai Pendragon. Because all the black all the black part of the writing is like it's not the bubbles, it's not them talking, it's narration from Mordecai. So Mordecai's going, hey, it's your Mordecai Pendragon. I'm like, oh, I forgot his name was Mordecai. I'm like, is this the first time no? Issue 11 is the first time he gets mentioned as Mordecai.
Mordecai.
Yeah.
So biblical.
Yeah. So Mordecai, and then we get into
and there was that pro wrestler Mordecai too.
Yeah. And then we get because Conrad ended up shooting her up with the serum or whatever. That's why she's locked up right now and chained up. So because they don't know what.
It didn't work. Well, I thought like she took it. It's like it's not working. The serum's not working.
And she thought it wasn't working, but it finally kicks in when her stalker
the stalker shows up.
Yeah, when the stalker shows up, it goes into overdrive.
Well, I thought for what I thought, like she took her serum, but they're like, it's not working no more because you're getting immune to it. So let's go ahead and chain you up here in this house, and while I work on a new serum for you.
Yeah, and but I think he gives her a test vial and has her drink it. I think I forget I forgot what panel it is. I think it's one of these panels up here where he mentions that he goes, I can't test it on myself and I can't test it on you, Pendragon. So I'm gonna have to go in there and actually give this to her. Don't know if it's gonna work or not. And then freaking Dotreef guy ends up hearing her scream or hearing these guys, we gotta shoot her up with something. And he breaks in and thinking she's in trouble, damsel in distress.
Exactly. Yeah, they kept on using that and like he's gonna come save her, and then
right. Yeah. So this is the part. Yeah, this is the part I was telling you where they actually gave it to her and it was a little too strong. He said, because Conrad goes, I think it's a little too strong. Yeah, because because if it wasn't for Adam stopping her, because Adam stops her, because it would have drained him completely, but did not drain him completely. Like left him a little bit, but it wasn't enough that he was you know, I just don't want to say it on YouTube. Yeah,
pretty much gone. I think I think he ends up passing though. If I remember right.
Yeah.
Now we go. That was the end of chapter 1, and they're like, okay, all right, we'll see what happens next month. But nope.
Yeah, chapter 2. Because don't forget, because the other one ended, and then we jumped into that. The death of music or whatever ended, and then that was this is the second. This is the third chapter. This one, something like that.
No, Jeff. This is the second chapter.
Oh, okay. See,
this is the second. Yeah,
I told you. I got it freaking confused the hell out of me because the way they did it. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, is it this the first chapter or the second? Okay, yeah, no. So
now, now we're getting into the second chapter where now this is where she goes. Yeah. This is where it goes bat bleep crazy. It really does.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this kept my attention a little more than the first half.
Yeah,
like the
first
half. Yeah. This kept my attention a little more, but like we get into Vampy over pretty much Dotrieve, and then all three of them walking in on her, pretty much pretty much straddling freaking Dotrieve. Yeah. So we get Adam Van Helsing.
We go Adam Van Helsing's thoughts. This is like now him. All the black is him thinking his narration. And this is kind of how they keep on going throughout the rest of the story. You'll get each individual character has this panel, what's going on, and
yeah, like I said, this is like super, like we've been saying, this is super ambitious. And if you guys are used to reading comic book style, this is gonna be a little jarring for you to read, a little. Because it was jarring for me for sure. Because I'm like, I wasn't expecting it. I'm like, oh. I'm like, that's but like you said, it jumps around a lot, and then with the narration on top of them talking, it drives you crazy because you're not sure if you're reading them talking or you're reading the narration part. Sometimes it's like, I mean, whoa, drove me nuts. But I know Dell only got through the first part of it, right? You only got through the Blood Ball one, right?
Yeah, I only read to the first part of it.
so for a non-vampy person, it's gonna be hard for somebody that's non-vampy fan to get through this one. if they only could get through the first part.
Yeah, it was well, we'll go. Of course, we'll talk to you a little bit. We'll talk a little bit. But it's not wasn't terrible, but I don't know. It's just didn't really capture my attention.
Right.
I mean, you got to think too. In the time when this thing came out, man, you had like a whole month to like go ahead and like read this. So like, if I bought this thing right when it came out, I'd be like, oh, I got 3 stories here. I can take my time and read it. So I think it was really well worth their money if you purchase this book.
Think about it. You're paying $125 for it. Yeah. So you're getting 40 stories in for $1.25.
40 pages, yeah.
Yeah, sure. 40 pages of Vampy for $1.25. What you're paying now? You're paying three and some change, maybe.
I think they're $4.99. They're Dynamite's up to $4.99 a
right. $4.99 or their mystery pack, is $19.69.
Oh, they're the blind bags. Don't fall for the blind bags, y'all. Don't buy blind bags. But it's almost like an annual. I guess you can call this like an annual issue because annuals are double-sided, triple-sided.
Next
stories.
Week, since we're getting into it anyway. Next week is the actual summer annual issue. So
probably have another long one then too, right?
No, we have because the color story is the new story. Everything else is just retellings.
Okay.
Or not retellings, but reprints of old stories. But the only one we're gonna do is the new one.
Yeah. I remember you sent me one a month ago. Was it that one or is there a new one? Because I like.
No, they're because it's just like the normal Vampy normal Vampy comics now. You know how they have winter specials, and summer special. So the one I sent you previously was, the previous one I sent you was the winter special. This is the summer special. So
they do reprints of like what's going on, like maybe her best titles or stories throughout that year,
or
and then they give you one new story in it.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over the new one, And if you haven't seen some of those old stories, you can read the old ones, and I'll ask what you think about them. But you can skip all of it and just read the color, because the only new story in there I made sure to check is the colored one. It's the colored story in it, so we can do that. And then but yeah, so we get to Adam now, and Adam's talking, and see, that's what confused the heck out of me was because how many of the titles I'm like, where did it start, where did it end? Because
this is our chapter 2. It's called Twilight of Blood, and this is where we're getting into the blood substitute. The new blood substitute, he even says. And
maybe this is I got confused. You see what I'm talking about? I freaking merged both of the stories together because I got freaking confused.
Because now they have her locked up because they're trying, and it's like it's been 3 days since she's had any blood, and they're like, we need to get this blood substitute.
You notice there's 2 bats on her on this.
I know, I see that. I was just looking at that. Like, wow,
there's actually 2 bats. I guess I'm guessing. I'm joking around. I'm guessing Jose drew one, and then the other Gonzalo Mayo drew the other one.
He goes, make sure it's on there.
Yeah, I just thought it was fun. Yeah, so we get into Adam these guys talking to each other, going, "Hey, it's been 3 days since she's had like we were saying, she's had blood at all. Dad, have you created the higher power, the new serum, the new substitute yet?" Yeah, I have, but none of us can test it. The only way to test it is if we give it to her. So I'm like, that ain't gonna end well.
And she's begging for blood too, right here. She's like, Adam, please, I need it.
Right.
And I think this is
because Adam's worried about it doing something catastrophic to her. But Dad goes, there's no way for us to test it. We're not, we're not her. We're not the Draculonian, and we're not our chemistry ain't gonna work with this serum. So the only person to test it is her. So some shenanigans happen. So when Conrad gives it to her,
well, Adam finally gives it to her right here, and then she drinks it,
right,
and you can see her eyes changed up there on top.
Blood. What did they say? That she became bloodlust after drinking
it's the bloodlust, and that's. I mean, we have had titles called Vampirella Bloodlust, and they use bloodlust a lot. That's pretty much her craving, she's just gonna.
That's pretty much
become a vampire. She's not gonna care about anything. She needs that blood. It's the blood.
Pretty much. Lust. It's her Jekyll and Hyde version of her. It's her Hyde version of her, or it's her Hulk version of her.
So, her addiction. She needs to have it. It's her addiction.
The Harris run, there was like a 2-part miniseries called The Vampirella Bloodlust or something.
Oh yeah. Joe Jesco.
The whole run done by Joe Jesco. The whole book.
It's amazing. I have a review on my channel of that whole story, dude.
Right.
It was an amazing story.
Yeah, it's a great story. Yeah, and it had Adam in it.
Yeah, that was the very first time I read about Adam Van Helsing in Vampirella was in Bloodlust, and oh man, the art in that book is stunning.
Yep. And now you know where Adam came from. At least.
Yeah, exactly. So when I started going back with you guys and reading this new old Vampirella magazine, Warren Publishing, and Adam's there, I'm like, oh, I know who Adam is because he was in Bloodlust.
Right. So now because this is when Joe started reading it. This is when Joe Jesco started reading it. It was the Warren run. That's when he read it.
Yeah.
So that's why he
that made me a fan of him. He's doing some new covers, the Fire and Ice for Dynamite right now. That's getting ready to come out. Dan Panosian's writing it, and then we got some Jesco covers.
It's the Dark Wolf. Yep.
Dark Wolf. There you go. Yep.
Yeah, it's the Dark Wolf stuff, and then I'm excited to see Dark Wolf's background for the Fire and Ice stuff. So. Yeah, so we get into Adam. We get the freaking sheriff drove me nuts. Like you said, so many damn characters, and I'm like, oh, here's another one. I'm like, here's the sheriff.
I guess I feel like a Quentin Tarantino movie, Pulp Fiction type of movie here, because now we're gonna get bam, all these different characters coming in.
Right.
They give you the title of the character. He's narrating it from
Right.
his point of view, what's going on. And that's why a lot of ambition in this book.
Right.
I think it all ties together, though.
All ties together pretty well, but drove me nuts.
It did. I'm like, okay, now I got to read about somebody that's showing up onto the scene because they're in a swamp now because Vampirella went crazy after she got that blood serum, the new one, and like it gave her that almost like that drugs that happened, 10, 12 issues.
Yeah. 20 issue. Like around 19 to 20 is
where she went all freaking crazy because they shot her up with a bunch of cocaine, and so it's like now she's got this new blood serum. It's like a new drug, and she just she seems to go crazy, doesn't know what happened. She almost blacks out. She almost kills Adam too when he gives it to her.
Well, and they break the blue, like Dell likes to say, it's the blood ball, but Dell likes to call it the blue ball.
So the blue balls get broken. The crystal blood ball gets broken, but there's some sort of evil in that thing, and that evil's got to go somewhere. So if you see there in the that's almost right here on the screen where she's flying through, the ball's getting dropped in the very bottom of the screen. It doesn't. I mean, it really doesn't. The art doesn't really pay justice for what really happened because it's kind of hard to see that there's a broken crystal ball there, but. What comes out of that is some sort of evil.
Well, don't forget curse. The ball was cursed, and everybody's blood that's touched it has been cursed by it. So it's all that evil from all those people that it's touched. So and they break, these two end up fighting and breaking the ball. It had to go somewhere. It tried to go into Adam. It didn't work on Adam. So it jumped into her, and then it jumped into her, and it jumped out. I think
they make you want to think that it jumped into her, but it didn't, because it didn't go into her because she left. And then so then then we don't know what happens. We have to keep on reading, and then we get the sheriff here, who's getting called out to the swamp, and he's talking to his dispatcher like this,
for a runaway convict or something like that.
Yeah, it gets really
muddy,
confusing here. It gets really confusing what's going on.
So this is the part that this is now. I remember this is the part that drove me nuts. Was I'm like, dude, it's jumping all over the place, and I'm like, dude, I'm kind of lost. I'm like, that's why it took me 3 times to read it. I'm like, I'm still lost, but I think I get it. That's why sometimes when me and you all of us talk about it, then I finally get it more. I'm like, oh, I got it. Still don't get it. I still don't get it, but okay.
Yeah, it's wild because he ends up finding like another murder scene in the swamp. I think the Vampirella, the stalker guy, I think she ended up killing him, and then I don't know what I thought was like. So Conrad and Pendragon, they wanted to get rid of the body, so they put it in the swamps. But then we have another character, Jack Buck. I think he's a convict that escaped prison, and now he's in the swamp, and then he runs across Vampirella, and then she goes in and says, she's still going crazy from her serum. And he even said she goes and drinks his blood, and she's like, I'm not even thirsty, but I just wanted to do it anyways. Because, I'm just gonna take him down anyways.
Right.
And so now we got another murder scene. So and then we get into stuff I don't know. So then there's another person that got stabbed 13 times.
This one for me is gonna be a lower grade for me because it drove this part drove me nuts. So it's it's jumping all over the damn place. I'm like, dude, I'm confused as hell. I'm like, I hope when me, B, and they'll talk about this is some of this stuff clears up because I'm freaking confused.
Yeah.
So you thought Priestess stuff was confusing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's as confusing, I think.
Yeah. Maybe that's where he got it from. Because she starts making out with them, and she's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do this. Takes his neck, and then now we get another character. Well, I think he was here earlier, but I think he was the one with the original guy with the crystal ball. With the blood ball.
Was. But like you said, like I said, like you said, like Del said, it jumped all over. This story jumped all over the devil. sheriff, convict, guy, Vimpy,
Yep.
Adam. I'm like, Jesus, can we just stay on one character for a little bit before you jump on to another one?
Yeah, it's a little wild.
Yeah.
I think I got ahead of myself. Oh no, this is when. So then they find Van Helsing, or Adam. I'm sorry, they find Adam. They're like, oh my god, like what happened?
Right.
Vampirella attacked them, and then that's when they Pendragon and Conrad Van Helsing start second guessing. Like, is Vampirella good? Is she bad? What did she do to Adam? I thought they were in love. I thought they were a couple. Why is he almost here dead? And then they got to get out of here. They got to get him to a hospital.
All kinds of shenanigans. Like we said, all kinds of shenanigans happen.
And the sheriffs.
Way too many shenanigans. Because
and
it's like
the sheriff's out there trying to the figure out the crime of all these dead bodies.
Right.
Hey, wait until we get to this other character. There's a cult of chaos that shows up.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? It's like, oh my god.
I'll give these guys props for being ambitious. But dude, I thought Spaghetti hitting I thought that other story was bad. This one is pretty freaking bad because it's like, dude, at least it's coherent. At least you understand what it is. But it's way too many characters, man. It's like it's like, ooh,
it's a big Quentin Tarantino movie and grindhouse movie, and like this, bam, giving it all to you. And the sheriff says, like, he's telling his dispatcher he's seeing vampires because there's fangs on necks. There's all of a sudden a big cloud like Hiroshima, when a big old bomb goes off. They're like, what the bleep is going on here?
It drove me nuts because reading it, I'm like, dude, why am I losing interest or why am I confused? I wasn't sure if I was confused or if I was losing interest. I think it's more confusion than losing interest. It was more of like, damn, which character is this again?
It is like, and with the artwork, it's kind of like, who is this character again? I don't remember. Oh, is that guy or is it this guy?
Right.
Is it the sheriff? Is it the museum guy?
It drove us nuts. This thing drove us nuts for a while.
We even get another guy.
Right.
Sergeant Les Doyle shows up. It's like, it's like, oh,
like me, like B messaged me and goes, hey dude, are we gonna do all? I go, yeah, we're gonna do all 3 parts. I'm like, oh, and as soon as I read it, the first time I read it, I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna be a fun episode because what, dude, I'm freaking confused. I know these guys are gonna be freaking confused even more than I am. It's like introducing this character, that character, and I'm like, oh man, but so Sergeant Les Doyle,
he shows up.
Then he goes, yeah, my dad named me Doyle, something Doyle and whatever, all kinds of shenanigans and stuff, and then and pretty much this ends. I think this ends the second part, and then we jump into another part. Yeah,
pretty much because that's when so now they find more dead bodies. So now they got to find out who's the murderer, and now we get into
now we get into the cult. Now we get into the freaking cult. The freaking cult.
This was so wild to me, dude. I still don't understand. They do say the cult of chaos, and they want to bring somebody back to life because, like, was it the end of the end? Because the very end of the second issue, one of the lieutenants or whatever says, the girl jumped out of the tree and I just shot her. Now she's dead. So I'm like, oh, Vampirilla's dead now?
Yeah, that's what we thought. That's what I thought too. And then,
I'm like, so Vampirilla's dead?
A whole nother girl. So
it's somebody totally different.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, dude, I thought the freaking what was it? The carnival of freaking the carnival of death or whatever it was.
Yeah, the one in New Orleans or whatever, or Venice or something.
Yeah, I thought the carnival one was bad. But this one is freaking, dude, ambitious as hell. But
they threw a totally new fucking storyline in this one now. Here we go.
They threw a whole freaking kitchen sink at the damn story. It's like, hey, you thought it was vampy? Nope. Here's that fucking kitchen sink we're going to throw at you.
Here's a whole nother story. And then like,
so here's the girl. And I'm like,
I still don't get this one.
I really don't. Yeah, me either. But I'm like, holy crap, man, we're getting through it. And then we get Vampy again, biting some more people. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, and then Pendragon again. And then we jump and we jump and we jump all the way through, and I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, dude, it's getting bad. And then and then we get the, the finish, the finale and stuff and all this other stuff. Like,
so like pretty much like what happens here is there's a cult and they want to bring back like people to life. So the girl that jumped out of the tree that the officer or the lieutenant shot was this girl right here, but like they bring her back to life by provoking the chaos god,
and then like whatever.
And like so these people are coming back to life. And they were thinking vampirella got crazy.
Right.
They thinking that the blood ball curse smoke. Whatever demon went into her,
but it wasn't
her. It actually got into
the sheriff.
The sheriff character, Doyle, maybe or one of them. There's so many of them.
One of the three sheriffs. We don't know which one it went into.
He goes crazy and he wants to freaking kill Vampirella. Right before he gets ready, he finds Vampirella. They all make it to this shed, this house in the middle of nowhere, which is kind of funny because they all seem to, because Vampy's like, I'm so tired, I'm a bat, I'm just gonna go into this shed or whatever, this house. Nobody will notice me, as a bat.
We get the freaking epilogue, and then we get all this. So we get that epilogue, all this shenanigans
and getting away.
She felt bad about hurting Adam, and she was gonna apologize to Adam, and all these freaking shenanigans. And I'm like, this is the part that drove me freaking nuts. I'm like, I'm like, so many damn characters. You guys threw a whole freaking kitchen sink at it, and I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, so let's just get into it and grade this son of a gun because I'm freaking.
Well, let me finish real quick.
Okay.
So the sheriff shows up to try to kill Vampirella, and then like there's other two detectives there, and they're like, why is the sheriff going crazy? It's because he's the one that got cursed with the blood ball curse. And so they're like, if you shoot that girl, you're going straight to the penitentiary and you're going right to death row. And he turns the guns onto the detectives, but the detective shoots him before that. So like, and then so the detectives shoot the sheriff that got cursed by the blood ball or whatever,
or the blue ball or whatever.
Blue balls. and then they can't pin anything on Pendragon, Conrad, Adam, or Vampirella because the sheriff went crazy. So they blamed everything on the sheriff, and then they get to walk away from the swamp, and then they go back to New York City.
Yep, they get lucky. But I think even if Vampy got blamed, I think the CIA would have helped her out again. Because that's what happened last week.
Yeah,
the CIA or 2 weeks ago. But so this drove me nuts. This issue drove me crazy. I thought the freaking other one drove me crazy where he threw pasta to the wall. They threw a whole freaking kitchen sink on this one. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, I mean, for being ambitious, I'll give it a high grade. But for freaking being for trying to
continuity or
story, holy crap, my mind. All right, let's go. The most important person right now is the one that's not a Vampy fan, because I want to see what your grade for this thing is.
Well, it's only read really part of it,
but still, man, even reading part of it, was it confusing?
I wouldn't say it was confusing. It was just like, because I'm not like diehard like you guys are,
right? Even being diehard, I would drove me nuts.
I guess it was just more like it didn't really keep my attention.
Okay.
The story wasn't bad at all. It was just like it didn't keep my attention, and then it was just the style it was doing, kind of like what of writing was, kind of made it look like what B was describing, like kind of like a house type of thing, almost like, or kind of like Tarantino style,
right?
Of writing, where it, for this particular thing, I don't think it fit well for it.
Right.
So I don't know. I'll personally I'll score like a 5 for it.
Okay, all right, and then that's a 5. What about you score? Pick up ability wise. I want to see what your pickup ability wise score is.
Pretty easy to pick up for it to make it like one cut, to make it what, like, you know, with 3 stories to make back to back that all connected together. I personally, if I was the publisher producing this this book, I would have broken up into 3 issues.
Right. Like me, all 3 of us said the same thing. Yeah, so
broken up to 2 or 3 issues. I would have done 3 issues because those 3 stories that were connected to each other just made a 3-parter.
Right.
Perfect.
And but that's what I would have done. But it's still easy to pick up because it's just, you know, it's not connected with the previous issue.
No. Right.
At all. The cool part about it, I would say that about, you know, kind of showing that vampirella is becoming immune, bringing up the serum, and she's becoming immune to the serum, so
right.
something stronger, or it kind of like makes me feel like that whoever wrote the movie The First Blade kind of maybe read this book,
right?
Because if you remember, like
he grew immune to his serum too. Yeah,
his serum to quench his thirst,
right?
was becoming immune to it. If you remember that movie, because so keep it kind of comic book related from comic to film.
Right.
Yeah, so, but that, at least that's something kind of cool about. That's like kind of like a saving grace for it. So, the story wasn't bad, but it's still easy to pick up. Yeah.
Right. So pickup ability wise, it's a solid. I'll give it a solid 8, but freaking continuity wise and trying to keep your attention wise, I agree with Dell. It's a 5. What about you, B? Because
I'll be a little bit more nicer. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was
right.
I like, because I like that you can read it all in one magazine.
Don't get me wrong, that's cool.
Give you a whole month. Like like I said, go back to like when it first came out. If you bought it right off the shelves, you had to wait a whole month for the next one to come out. It gives you a whole month to read it, and I think you maybe would have to read it a couple more times or whatever to get it. So I dug the ambition. It was a little bit different style than what we're normally seeing.
Right.
But overall, the story had a beginning, middle, and end to it. Right. Even though there was a lot of characters in there, it still executed its story pretty well. So that's why I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
All right. Yeah. My 5 is, the way B. Yeah. B talking about it. Yeah, I'm still. It's still sitting on a 5.
No worries. We don't always have to agree. We don't. That's what it's all about. This is where we bring all 3 of us together. We can talk about it. We all have different points of views of the story.
Yeah, because it was honestly, but like Del was saying, it was hard. This one was hard for me, man, and it was. Normally it's not that hard for me to go sit through, even if it's 2 to 3 stories, it's not hard for me to sit through, but this one was being ambitious as hell. For the ambition score, it's a 7. But for continuity and freaking just enjoyability wise, 5.
That's why I messaged you. I read the first story and I'm like, Jeff, are we doing all 3 stories? You're like, yeah, we're doing all 3 stories. So I read the first story and then I messaged you. You're like, no, we're doing them all. I'm like, okay. So I took a little break and then I read the second story and then I took another break and then I read the third story.
I did the same thing. I did that. I did the same thing for the first time I read it. Second time I read it, I did the same thing. And I'm like, shit, why am I free? Okay. It's just, but like you guys, like we say, we're not going to agree on all of them. So this one is low for us, but B still give it a 7. So it's up to you guys. But if you guys want to go out and get it, you can get it on eBay.
And again, what I was saying too, like with this magazine, like I think so would be a great issue to own because there's 3 stories in it.
Right.
And normally we only get like 14 pages and that's it. And then you got a bunch of other different stories. But if you like Vampirella and you want to get something from the Warren Publishing from her original run, I think this issue is a great issue to have because
you get 40 pages of Vampy.
Yep.
You get 40 pages of
Vampy. That's what
you get 40 pages of Vampy. And that's great. I mean,
And the art was pretty good. I thought the art was pretty good as well.
Yeah, art was really good. Art's a solid 8 for me, man.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So that's that we all can agree on that one. It's a solid. This art is always great. It's just sometimes story we don't agree on, but art wise we can agree on it's actually decent. You know what I mean? So,
they really swung for the fences on this story.
Really did swing for the fences. But so I'm gonna show you guys next week. They're reusing the cover for, I think this was like 20 something, and it's a St. Julian reuse. So it's a St. Julian cover. They just put more words and stuff on it. And then we get a Gonzalez. Yeah, we get the Gonzalez interior pinup page. So yeah, so these are all all the stories are repeats. But if you want to read some of them, go right ahead. But we're only gonna do the colored story in here. So let me just get to it so I can show you guys at least the first panel. So yeah, so all these me and Dell's been through, and you probably was with us for
maybe
some of them.
Oh, that's right. The one with
Dracula. So if you want to read it, that's fine. You read it after we do it, or during, it's whatever you want to do. But
we're gonna review this one next week though. The corpse with the missing mind. Okay.
Yep. So we're gonna do the corpse with the missing mind, and then we can talk about what we thought about it, and then I'm gonna read the letters page in this one and see what they thought about the ambitious. I'm curious.
I'm gonna read it too when you send it to me. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. So I'm curious. So, but guys, we appreciate you guys for watching. For watching our Vampy book clubs every week. We hit the like button, hit the share, and both of these guys' information is down in the description below. Their Instagrams, their YouTubes, their all their fun stuff is down in the description below. Like, subscribe. You guys, what you guys want to see from us, let us know. But we appreciate you guys for watching. I know B are you doing your live stream this week?
I am back, baby. We got a 35 book live show coming up on Wednesday. Okay. We got some really good covers, and I did my Supergirl non-spoiler review. It's live right now on the channel, so go check it out. All right.
So that's gonna be after this gets posted. I'll put that in the description below so you guys can jump on that and see what B thought about the movie. And then Dell probably has some stuff in the works, probably.
Yeah, that's just I'm kind of busy with work right now, but once things slow down, then I'll get back.
Yeah. But he'll get back to it. But we appreciate you guys for watching. You guys know the drill. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Let people know about the Vampy Book Club. Join the Vampy Book Club. We may have some cool stuff coming up. You guys never know. So just keep an eye out on the Instagrams and on everything else. And we'll see you guys next week.
Laters.
Laters.